Goryo's Vengeance, and Through the Breach. Two of my favorite Kamigawa cards that when Ultimate Masters rolled into town, leveled the price to a point that I can finally pick them up. However, as soon as Modern Horizons were printed, these are no longer meta viable. Harry MTG begs to differ and wants to prove otherwise. Now, this deck aims to abuse the synergy between Asmo, Cookbook, and Urza Saga, acting as deck shell and backup plan that allows this deck flexibility in order to sustain its reanimation strategy. Coupled with Atraxa, this deck seems unstoppable. We're on the play and we're against Ivan229. This hand looks promising, so I'm gonna keep. I'm going to lead it and start with a Swamp. Pass the turn. Although we do have a turn to play for Profane Tutor. Kind of feels that this is resilient, so I'm gonna keep this. Bit risky, but we're here to combo. When it kept a 7, we're gonna go with Swamp. Pass the turn. Now there's an argument to say that I should play Urza Saga first, but I feel that we have a lot of outs currently, so there's an argument to go. Ooh, knowing that they're now at Valakut, so this could be Titan. So I think it would have been nice if I started with Urza Saga, but knowing that they're on Titan play, that means that they're a bit slow, so I think we can get away with that. Here's my Saga, Profane Tutor, pass the turn. Wooded Foothills into Renin 6. Now this is a bit tricky. This could be a variation of a Titan Shift, or this could also be Indomitable, but fetching a forest is very odd to say the least. Profane Tutor comes off. That's another Emrakul. Okay. I'm gonna put in a Blood Crypt on tap. Pass the turn. Bitter Union. Alright. Definitely shaping up to be a Indomitable Creativity deck. Or a Titan deck still. This still could work with Titan. But then again, I think they're already too late. The Profane Tutor comes off later. We can search for another Goryo's Vengeance. And Emrakul our opponent to death. End of turn. Let's just create a Saga. Clean up face. Okay. Definitely a Indomitable Creativity deck. Let's say yes. Cast this. Search for another Goryo's Vengeance. Searching for a red mana source. That's very odd, definitely. Lightning Bolt, Unholy Heat, our construct. I think that's not the play here. We're gonna search for our Goryo's Vengeance. Tap this for mana, Cookbook, and drop Emrakul Eon Thorns. Cast this, and win from there. Yup, sacrificing every permanent in field. Opponent's then down to 3. Okay, Bloodstained Mire. We're gonna play that card. Card again. Another Emrakul. Here's another Emrakul. Good game. Onto the sideboard, we took away 1 Profane Tutor, 1 Brainstone, 2 Collective Brutalities, and 1 Inquisition of Kozilek for 2 Haywire Mite, 1 Nihil Spellbomb, and 2 Witherbloom Command. We are on the draw with a very good hand. We're gonna keep this. There is an option for us to go Thoughtseize ourselves, discard Atraxa, and then Goryo's Vengeance next turn. That's an option, but we're gonna keep opponent Mulligan down to 5. They really tried to have that ley line. Since we are at the severe advantage, I would probably go with a Swamp Thoughtseize them rather than Thoughtseize us. Okay, that's an Alpine Moon. I see. I'd rather go Collective Brutality right here. Remove the Collective Brutality. So when they do land drop Renin 6, we can Witherbloom Command the Renin 6. Lines up perfectly because I don't want them to take away our Goryo's Vengeance. Witherbloom Command, and we take an Urza Saga to force them to play the Alpine Moon. Ooh, that's very nice. It's quite nice. Really a good way to dig out of their situation. Oof, but that's a cookbook, and I think that should be game over. And drop, here's a cookbook. So I'm not worried about removal because I can basically, in theory, get my Giganta, be able to cast my Atraxa next turn. So that's the reason why I'm going to go with the Emrakul play. Get our opponent to sacrifice all the permanents and they're down to 1. They can't even fetch a land. That was a clean play. Now you might say that's not convincing enough. We want something that has interaction with the deck. Granted, the opponent didn't have interaction because we are just trying to combo off. So let's go to a gameplay wherein there is an interaction. Looking at our hand, we can do better on this question mark. We have Blood Fountain into Daredevil. Turn 2, we can go Profane Tutor. I think we can keep. A bit risky, but we have a curve. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. And then hopefully win by turn 4. So we're going to start with Blooming Marsh into Verdant Catacombs. Our opponent doesn't have a companion. It's either good or bad for us. Okay. Ragavan, Murktide, DRC. Okay, DRC. And at my draw, it's a Saga. I put in a Saga here. They saw that. Saga, Profane Tutor. That's the turn. The next turn I can go Verdant Catacombs, get some versus Saga action. So they're looking for a land. Usually upkeep consider means you're looking for a land. Yep, that's a lot of spells. No lands. Okay, agreed. Looks like they don't have it. Catacombs, fetch for a black mana source, pass the turn. Not sure why they draw there. They drew there. Basically, a lot of draws without the land. So that means they shuffled all the land at the bottom. Or maybe the next card. Yep. They should have considered during main. They were just banking on at least drawing a land. So top card is a land. Yep, it's a land. I think it's too late by now. Okay, so against their deck, we're gonna bring in 3 Fatal Push, 2 Haywire Mire, Shadow Sphere, and a Nihil Spellbomb. And we're gonna take out 4 Profane Tutor, 1 Blood Fountain, 1 Brainstone, and an Emrakul. Okay, I cheated on round number 1 because that was a null game. They don't have a land, but on round 2, this is where they Ragavant us to death. Basically the combo of Ragavant turn 1, turn 2 Blood Moon, and locked us out of the game. Unfortunate that we weren't able to pull off our combo because they were ready with their counterspell. Now I'm gonna skip on to game number 3 where the interaction actually happens. I'm gonna play first. Hand that we cannot keep. There's no land. I think this is a bit better. Question mark. I think we can keep this. Can bottom a Blood Crypt. We're gonna bottom a Emrakul here. It's too far from that. Start with Saga. That's the turn. We're gonna go look for that monkey. Oh, not a monkey, but a DRC. Dragon Rage Channeler. Quite cool. Nice. Passing the turn. Okay. Gonna go for 1. Shoot for Underworld Cookbook. Discard a Chase. Yes. Cast a Asmo. They're gonna counter the Asmo. I'm going to land drop and cast another Asmo. Yes. Search for another cookbook. Cast the cookbook. Discard. And kill the thing. That's the turn. It's gonna be Blood Moon. Ledger Shredder. Consider. Sounds good, but not so good. Draw a card. Card you. Let's do the Daredevil. Destroy the thing. Go to attacks. Attack you. Land drop. Bring back the thing. Pass the turn. Just gonna attack. Get back to hand. Sure. Discard the card, which would be a Daredevil. Cast it again. Okay, they have a counter spell. They do. You have another one? That's the 4th counter spell. Okay, that's the turn. Take that 1 damage. The last card is a lightning bolt. Oof, okay. And poor thing? Question mark. It's a Goryo's Vengeance. I kinda like where this is going. Discard. We're gonna go with Asmo, Fatal Push, a land, an instant, sorcery, artifact. As you could see in this gameplay, we are not totally reliant on the Goryo Vengeance combo, although it was the finisher at this specific round. You could see that Asmo and Urza Saga can definitely carry this deck and win even through counter spells after sideboarding. Still not convinced? How about if the opponent's deck is a faster combo deck? Let's see. Looking at the hand, would be good. I'm gonna keep this. We start with a Thoughtseize. Opponent is Mulligan to 6, Verdant Catacombs, fetch, search for a Swamp into Thoughtseize. I wanna know what we're up against. Oof, Amulet, eh? So, Vigor is out. Crumbling Vestige. It's a Profane Tutor. Don't mind if I do. 6 go. 1 card. Here's another Thoughtseize. Okay, that's a Primeval Titan. Let's move the Primeval Titan. Pass the turn. Okay, that's a Saga. Something that they drew. But that's the Crumbling Vestige. We're gonna cast this. We're gonna go for a Atraxa, Grand Arbiter. That's a land, which is good because I can now go Saga. Collective Brutality casts. Gain 2/2. Target opponent reveals their hand. Move to some respect. Cast the Asmo. Get the cookbook. 6 go. Okay, that's what they drew today? Question mark. Goryo's Vengeance. Just on Atraxa. Hopefully we get another cookbook. Or no. Daredevil, Emrakul, Aeons Thorn, of course. Goryo's Vengeance, Profane Tutor, Blooming Marsh, Bloodstained Mire. Or still have an Asmo. So I already have a... No. I need to bring the Goryo's Vengeance. What was I thinking? My bad. Because if I don't take Emmy, that would mean that I would have to take Asmo. I think we can survive this turn. Gonna land drop right here with the Saga. Cookbook into play. We get to attack. Edit. Sure. Depends totally on their top deck here. It looks like they got something. Expedition into Polaria West. Summer's Pact. It's not enough. On the sideboard, there would be very quick, so I would go with Haywire Mite just to try to slow down their effects. We would be a bit slow, so I'm gonna take out the Profane Tutors because we're on the draw, and that's it. We're gonna run it back. I think this is a hand that we can keep. We're gonna keep this, although our opponent also kept 7, so that means their hand should be fairly quick. Oh, they kept a hand of 5. They mulliganed to 5. It's good news for us. The Saga. I'll also start my turn with the Uza Saga, except that they started with an Amulet. Oof, okay. We'll now start with the Saga. Dryad. Very good Dryad. They don't have it. Okay. So they top deck the Tolaria West. That was quite good. That was nice. Let's see if they have the kill. Alright, they got the kill. Now from here, I can put in some Witherbloom Command from for our opponent. Take out the Blood Fountain and an Inquisition or a Brainstorm. Run it back. The play first. This hand will do nothing, so we're gonna mulligan this. This hand we can keep. We're gonna bottom a Profane Tutor. We're gonna bottom a Profane Tutor. We're gonna start with a Blooming Marsh into a Thoughtseize. Arboreal Grazer, Boseiju, Thoughtseize. So they started with a Saga, okay, and an Amulet. Wow, they top deck an Amulet. That's really good. This is a Saga for me. Also top deck a Saga, which is nice. One of the best thing that we can draw. So we already know what's in their hand. This is what they top decked. They played this. These are all the things that they have. Okay. Azusa Lost But Seeking. Okay, that's what they top decked. Oh, okay. I'm gonna say yes here. We're gonna search for a Blood Crypt tapped. So they Boseiju me. Still have an Arboreal Grazer on hand. But just Emrakul myself and then attack, right? Yeah, that's an option. Thoughtseize myself, attack with Emrakul. That's a play pattern, definitely. Thoughtseize myself, card this, Emrakul. Shuffle everything back, go to attacks. Okay, you are now down to 5. Here's me land dropping. Pass the turn. Okay, pass my turn. Okay, Razor. Bring that back to hand. Collective Brutality. Not that great. No blocks. Down to 2. Okay, sounds good to me. Down to 2. Attack. They will block. Going to be escalated. -2. Cast -2. Opponent. Discard. Okay. Good game. There you have it. I hope these games demonstrated the potential of this deck. Caveat though, that this archetype is a bit weak to 4-color elemental and Rakdos scam decks. So if your local meta is filled with them, I don't suggest you bring this deck. Everything else is fair game. Alright, that's it. Now if you enjoyed the gameplay, subscribe to your boy and give it a thumbs up. Let me know on the comment section down below what type of deck I should be playing in the next modern gameplay. That's it. See you in the next one.